Hello. Pull. Oh. Yeah.
Hello everyone, saya Rifa. Today I'm going to present a research titled Analisis dan Evaluasi Produktivitas menggunakan metode Marvin E. Mundell dan Productivity Evaluation Tree at PTZ. This research was published in Journal Technology and Management by Endang Palupi, Elfitria Wiratmani, and Fatoni. Alright, setelah tahu judul dan sumbernya, let's take a look at why this research is important. We will start with the background. Okay, PTZ is a company in the food production and distribution industry. However, mereka masih menghadapi masalah ketidaksesuaian antara output produksi dan target yang diharapkan. Selain itu, PTZ juga belum pernah melakukan pengukuran produktivitas secara keseluruhan, sehingga belum ada data resmi tentang performance improvement. Therefore, this research aims to systematically measure and evaluate their productivity and find solutions for improvement. So, after understanding the background problems, now let's move on the objective of this research. Apa sih yang sebenarnya ingin dicapai? The main objectives are to measure the productivity level at PTZ using a structured method, to analyze key factors causing productivity decline, and to evaluate the result for future improvement strategies. Dengan hasil ini, perusahaan diharapkan bisa mengoptimalkan proses produksi dan pengelolaan sumber daya yang ada. Next, kita bahas tentang how the research was conducted. Let's see the methods they use. This research uses two main methods. First, Marvin E. Mundell's method to quantitatively measure productivity based on inputs and outputs. Second, the productivity evaluation tree method, which helps to analyze current productivity and project future performance. Data processing was assisted by Amber Cadero Dev C++ software untuk mempercepat dan mempermudah perhitungan produktivitas. Okay, now we go deeper into the measurement methods. Gimana sih caranya produktivitas itu dihitung di penelitian ini? The Marvin E. Mundell method evaluates partial productivity for each input, such as labor, raw materials, energy, and machinery. Sedangkan metode PET digunakan untuk menganalisis pencapaian produktivitas dari waktu ke waktu, sekaligus memproyeksikan perkembangan di masa depan. So, these two methods complement each other in evaluating and forecasting productivity. Sekarang kita masuk ke the most interesting part, hasil dan temuan dari penelitian ini. Nah, the result show that total productivity at PTZ slightly decreased from 1.14 in 2021 to 1.13 in 2022. Several main problems identified are unclear employer reward and punishment systems, long distance for raw materials deliveries, inaccurate energy usage calculation, and no fixed schedule for machine maintenance. Dengan menggunakan PET, diprediksi bahwa produktivitas tahun 2023 bisa meningkat menjadi 1,15 as long as some inputs like workforce size are optimized. After seeing the findings, now I will share a little bit of my personal analysis. Menurut saya, apa sih kelebihan dan kekurangan dari metode yang digunakan? Personally, I think Marvin E. Mundell's method is really effective because it breaks down productivity based on each input factor, making it easier to locate the main problems. PET, on the other hand, is very useful for forecasting and setting future plans. Namun, kedua metode ini punya kekurangan, seperti proses perhitungan yang kompleks dan tidak memperhitungkan proses faktor eksternal seperti kondisi pasar atau ekonomi global. And finally, let's wrap it up. Kita akan lihat kesimpulan dari penelitian ini dan kenapa hasilnya penting, not only for PTZ, but also for other companies. In conclusion, measuring productivity using Marvin E. Mundell and PET methods successfully identified critical areas for improvement at PTZ. The main issues were labor management, raw material distribution, energy efficiency, and machine maintenance. Overall, these methods are highly relevant and can also be applied to other manufacturing industry aiming to boost their productivity and operational effectiveness. Alright, that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for listening. Kalau ada yang mau tanya atau mau diskusi lebih lanjut, feel free to ask me. I'll be happy to discuss it with you guys. Thank you.